Nevada almost didn't survive as one state. And the reason isn't just politics. It's power, it's money, it's water, and it's who gets to make the rules in a place where the land is wide and the people are split. But to understand the modern fight over dividing Nevada, you have to know something most people don't. Nevada hasn't always had the shape we recognize today. When Nevada Territory was created, the southern boundary sat far north of what we now think of as Vegas. Las Vegas wasn't even part of Nevada at first. Nevada's borders expanded after statehood, especially with the addition of the southern tip in the 1860s, making Nevada one of the rare states that grew significantly after it joined the Union. So the idea of Nevada changing shape isn't some modern fantasy. It's happened before, and that history sets the stage for a quieter modern crisis, the push to split Nevada into two. In the late 2010s and into 2020, a movement began to gain attention, especially in rural Nevada, arguing that the state had become politically unbalanced. The idea was simple and explosive. Create a new state, often referred to as New Nevada, leaving Clark County behind, or flipping the map so rural Nevada could govern itself. To outsiders, it sounded like a meme, but the people pushing it treated it like a real legal project. The movement's organizers even gained headlines for tying their effort to the constitutional process for creating new states. So why would anyone seriously want Nevada to become two states? Because Nevada is one of the most extreme examples in America of a geographic reality colliding with a population reality. The map is massive: mountains, basins, open desert, mining towns, ranch land, long stretches of highway where the next gas station might be an hour away. But the power center is concentrated. Clark County, Las Vegas, holds the majority of the state's population and therefore dominates statewide elections and policy priorities. For rural counties, it can feel like decisions are being made hundreds of miles away by people who don't live the same Nevada. And that's where the deeper forces come in. This isn't just about culture or politics. It's about resources. Mining is the first one. A lot of Nevada's wealth historically comes from mining regions: silver, gold, and now the modern mineral economy. But many of those communities feel like they don't control the rules, even when they live right next to the resource. Then there's land. Nevada has one of the highest percentages of federally managed land in the United States. That means huge parts of the state are governed by federal agencies and federal rules: grazing, roads, mining access, conservation restrictions, and more. For decades, that has created a constant tension. Rural Nevada often sees itself as living inside a state where the land is theirs, but the authority is somewhere else. And then there's the big one: water. In a desert state, water isn't just a resource, it's leverage. Southern Nevada depends heavily on the Colorado River system through Lake Mead, and water negotiations across the West have become increasingly tense as drought and long-term scarcity reshape the rules. Inside Nevada, water isn't a single story either. The state has faced high-stakes fights over groundwater pumping, over appropriated rights, and how the state balances development against limited supply. So when people say Nevada almost became two states, what they're really talking about is this: a decades-long tug-of-war over who the state is for. Is Nevada a tourism powerhouse built around a global city? Or is Nevada a wide-open, rural, resource-driven state where the distance between communities should matter in how power is shared? The New Nevada push brought those questions to the surface in the loudest way possible. But here's the part most people don't know. Splitting a state is legally brutal. Under the U.S. Constitution, creating a new state out of an existing state requires approval, both from the state legislature involved and from Congress. In other words, you can't just vote to leave and expect it to happen. So the movement was never a simple matter of rural counties declaring independence. It was a pressure campaign, a message, and a warning, because what the split debate revealed is that Nevada doesn't just have one identity. It has at least two, and both sides believe they are the real Nevada. Las Vegas sees itself as the engine: jobs, taxes, national attention, global tourism, growth. Rural Nevada sees itself as the foundation: land, minerals, ranch culture, wide open freedom, and the real historic Nevada that existed long before neon. And the reason it feels like a two-state fight is because Nevada's most important issues sit right on that fault line. Who controls development? Who controls minerals? Who controls land? And who controls water? In the end, Nevada didn't split, but the debate didn't disappear either. Because every time there's a major election, a land dispute, a water crisis, or a battle over taxes and mining policy, the same question comes back. Can one state realistically govern two different Nevadas? And maybe the most Nevada answer is this: it's not about whether the state will split tomorrow. It's about the fact that the argument exists at all. Because in a place built on booms, borders, and reinvention, even the map is never fully settled. Come follow the new Nevada History segment of 4th Street Live podcast as we dive into stories of Nevada's past, tales of mobsters, railroads, cowboys, and mysteries around the battle-born state. Subscribe to 4th Street Live podcast for more wild stories and the real history behind the neon. New episodes weekly. The past is never really dead in Nevada, it's just waiting to be told.